Hey guys, this is Rabbit, and this is the second video in our Soloing Steel Pass series, where we're going to solo the Ropalolyst. And we're going to take a minute just to address the main overarching theme of this video series, which is that if you have a problem in Warframe, and you're asking yourself the question, how do I solve this problem? The answer is Loki, all the time. So we're going to be taking Loki to fight the Ropalolyst, and we're going to be taking the same gun we took last time to fight the Ambulus. It's our Eidolon hunting gun, and the Ropalolyst is an Eidolon. So let's briefly take another look at those builds. This is the Loki build again. Any combination of duration and efficiency that gets you to a self-sufficient 100% uptime on invisibility will work. It's even more important in this fight than it was in the Ambulus fight, because there aren't very many enemies to refill energy off of. And this is our radiation Rubico. Other sniper rifles modded for radiation will work, the Lanka in particular, but a sniper rifle is a necessity on this fight. Some people might be able to get this done with another weapon, but a sniper rifle is as preferred here as it would be for a normal Eidolon. Alright, so here we are back at the fight. I've decided to let the unskippable cutscene play through. On the off chance that someone from DE watches this, I want them to sit through the unskippable cutscene that I have sat through 100 times while I was farming Wisp. So start with invisibility and make your way out to one of the platforms. Jump over the lightning he sends down the cords at you, and he will move off the platform as you get close. Get to the other side of the cylinder that's in the middle of the platform. He will shoot at you, charging the cylinder. Now is the time when you want to hop out in your operator and start taking shots at him. You want him to get closer to the platform. He'll sometimes linger there in the middle for a little bit, but he will come back to the platform you're on, so just be patient. Once he comes close to you, pop out into your operator and start taking shots down the length of his arm. Now what you'll notice is that amp damage didn't really keep up with the Eidolon shields, so it takes much longer to burn their shields off than it does in the normal star chart. This is the way you want to do it though, basically shooting down the length of the arms he points at you. I'm speeding the film up here to 10 times because it actually takes about 2.5 minutes to burn his shields down. I'm not using the ideal amp for this. The ideal would be a 227. But I built this amp before 227 was possible. In the end, it's just a matter of patience. However long it takes you is however long it takes you. We're going to speed up a lot of this fight because this is a 3-phase fight where the 3 phases are exactly the same. Once you've burned off his shields, hop up onto him, ram him into the cylinder in the middle, and we'll get teleported to the middle. Now we invis as quickly as possible, because why are you playing Loki if you're not invisible? And the Ropalolyst has those 2 protrusions on his back that are tipped in metal, and those are what you want to shoot at. The good news is the Ropalolyst health did not scale the same way the shields did, so this isn't going to take you nearly as long. Now once you've reduced the health on that protrusion, you hit him with the laser by pushing that switch, and just immediately head to the next platform. It's the same process as it was last time, so I'm going to speed it up by 10 times, so you don't have to sit through 2.5 minutes of me shooting at his arm. The fight in the middle is the same the second time. And now we're going to make it out to the third platform. Now, after we get his shield off on this third platform, I'm going to resume normal time because the fight in the middle is a little bit different. Now for this final phase, obviously invis as quickly as possible, and then we have to kill the amalgams. The Battleists and Conculists we don't care about, but the amalgams will heal the Ropalolyst, and we're gonna stop that from happening. You could melee him, but you take the risk of being grabbed by the Ropalolyst, who for some reason can still do that sometimes when you're invisible. So this will take a few minutes, but it will actually make the fight shorter. With the Rubico setup that we're using, you can out-damage the healing that the amalgams put out, but it significantly extends the fight. This fight is already about 20 minutes solo, so you don't want to make it any longer. The good news is that the fight is very safe. You're not really going to be ever taking any damage. Most of the time you're either invisible or in operator form. So that's the last amalgam, I think? Yep. Nope. I feel like now I should have sped through this part as well. Alright, so that's all the amalgams. Now we're going to find a safe place away from the Battleists and Conculists. And we're going to drop an ammo restore. And if you didn't know, at this point the entire body of the Ropalolyst is vulnerable. Keep in mind that in this third phase, you have a very short window to hit the switch to shoot the laser beam at him after you bring his health down to 0. So what you'll notice is that when I get his life close to 0, I'm going to move close to the switch so I can be right there to hit it immediately. So there we are, last shots. One more. And that's the Ropalolyst fight. So once again, it's not a dangerous fight, and it's not a difficult fight. It's just a long fight. But it's one that, if you're patient, you can stay pretty safe through.
So it is. So you have done.
So I think that does it. The good news is that next video is not going to actually have Loki in it, because it's not a boss. So keep a lookout for that. In fact, it's probably not more than a day or two away. I'll see you then, and maybe I'll see you in game.